I'm Bram Frank. I'm from Florida. I'm originally from New England. I'm a good Connecticut Yankee and a Green Mountain boy because I'm in Vermont. My system is CSSD SC, which is Common Sense Self-Defense Street Combat.
How important is lineage? And what does lineage mean to you?
Lineage to me is like a history of your family. And I don't care what members of my family, what degrees they have, you know, a doctor, lawyer, whatever, none of that matters. What matters to me is where they come from, what shaped their culture. And that's what lineage is about, the history of how it got here. Being a history buff, that's real important. I want to know where it came from, how did it modify, and where is my place in that lineage. I like to know who I came from. I still track down my relatives, and I like to know. I'm part of the Frank family, Chardonowski-Caller family. And within martial arts, I like to see how the arts have evolved and spread. And for modern East in particular, you have Remy taking Balintawak and other arts that he got, and his family, Presas style art, whatever that encompasses with his other family members, and he made modern Arnis. So when I end up with him, whatever, I want to know what influenced him to get to modern Arnis, but I come from modern East. Now my modern East has obviously the Hungar and the Wing Chun, my JKD with Guru Dan, all of that, you know, my Shotokan, my Taekwondo and Junri and all of that sort of affects my part, and that's important lineage for my students to understand what helped me evolve. And I think that lineage does. It gives you an outline of how that person came to be, rather than, I have a 3rd degree, oh, I have a 6th degree. None of that matters. It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
And you'll probably get the joke, because I always tell people, rank can be very foul. You know, they go, what? I said, you know, like foul? You know, not like a bird, like foul? And they're like, yeah. And I said, but skill is rank. I want to know, what can you do? I don't care what your paper says. You know, it's just stripes on a belt. So lineage also helps me go, when I see an influence, what made you move that way? So if you have a lot of, when people watch me move, they go, oh, you have a lot of Wing Chun influence and you have Chinese influence. Yes, I do. And it stuck with me because it's part of me. It appealed to me and I kept it. When people see me do FMA, they look at me, and that's why I think I joked with you, and people might know off camera as we joke, that Bobby Tabata and a lot of the seniors in Balintawak go, boy, you move like Balintawak. Well, you know, I lived with Jimmy Takosa for a lot of years. Jimmy is very dear to me. People would see me go, oh my God, you studied Serrano. And I said, actually, no. Before I met Jimmy, Joe's, how many years did you study Serrano? And I go, I didn't. Because what do you mean? And it's what I told you. It's sort of like Paul Atreides in Dune, where he puts on the still suit, and they come up to him and go, how'd you know to do it desert fashion? It seemed like the right way to do it. So even though I'm modern East and people can tell that, and most people don't know we do bolo and knife. There's only a couple that ever done it. And I don't really do Balintawak, but he was, you know, Bobby, I've met him as Bobby, not Bobby Tuata, not Graham, because he was Remy's friend. And I know Jimmy, and I loved, as we played together. And even when I first did a seminar with Dan Anderson, people go, oh, you guys must have trained together forever watching you guys. And we went, actually, never. And people go, you're kidding. But there's just something about me the way, and that goes with lineage. The influences that made me me be manifested in modular and how I design my knives. But I find, because again, it's history. I think history is important. You can't forget history, because then you lose everything. What degrees we got, what academia I got, none of that matters. Anybody can get a piece of paper. But lineage, that tells the influences who you are and why you choose to honor those people and continue on. And you've seen, I always give credit to Remy. I give credit to, you know, William Chung and all the people who've added to me. And even here, as I'm throwing it, because they added to a quality of my life. And I have to mention one person. When I was training at Mid-America Karate, which became the founders of the PKA, they had a friend in Washington come out, Clarence Murray. Very strong tournament fighter, but did all sorts of kabuto. and they didn't want him contaminating the sport karate environment. So how do they do anything? Well, you take Bram under your wing. That will keep Bram from talking about all this weird stuff to the other students, and you have someone to train. Clarence Murray made sound effects. Profound, and he showed me some really cool tricks of weapons fighting and ways to sneak in on fighting, but he made sound effects. It was the coolest thing I ever heard.